The worst thing you can tell a woman if she asks you, hey, are you seeing anyone else? Is to go, oh, no, I'm not seeing anyone else. You might as well tell her you don't fuck, you don't get pussy, right? That subconsciously, that tells women no other women like you or want you. Why should I? So instead, when a woman says, hey, you seeing anyone else? Just playfully say, well, I always got room for one more. Right? That could mean you're seeing 100 women, you're seeing 3 other women, you're not seeing any other women. It can mean anything. Just let her hamster wheel work, okay? That's going to help you out. But the more you act as if, the more you're going to start collecting these plates, right? They're going to like you. They're going to assume like, oh, he's not asking me out on a Friday night. He must be busy with another woman, right? That actually creates competition anxiety. They want to actually win. Women naturally are competitive with other women, right? If they think that you're a high value guy, they're going to be more invested in trying to get you locked down. All these other girls like him. I better lock this guy down. Right? The thing is that once you actually do start dating multiple women, you realize, oh man, this is actually way easier than trying to lock down one girl at a time and then going all in and wasting 3 months of my time and then have to start all over again every 3 months. Because even once you start getting plates, like those plates are all going to fall off eventually, or you might like have them come and go. They might all do it at once. You got to start all over. But once you realize you can do this, it's not a big deal. You're like, oh, I'll just get some more, right? That's abundance mentality. Because now you're like, I don't care if they come and go. I'll get another one. There's always another woman. There's another bus every 15 minutes, as Corey Wayne says. But that gives you that confidence with women that you realize, man, there is a method to the madness. Like this works. This works on a majority of women. Okay, like this, like I have fun with it. And you let go of that attachment to outcome and you're just like treat it like a science experiment and just have fun with it. It becomes a kind of a fun experience. And this is a system, right? This is a system. And as long as you apply it, as long as you work it, it will work for you. As opposed to hacks, like, oh, this quick dating hack, right? This one pickup line that gets them, right? 60% of the time, it works every time. Like you can't scale that. But you can scale a system. Let's talk about some of the frameworks I talk about in my book. I talk about status signaling, right? So I talk about how leading, making confident decisions, being the man with a plan, that displays confidence and dominance. It's a very subtle but powerful way to signal your status to women. Women are attracted to a man's status or perceived status. So by being a guy who's decisive, that sets the tone, that doesn't ask her when she's free, or it doesn't ask her what she wants to do and tells her what to do, all that kind of stuff, women are drawn to that naturally. Okay, especially in group dynamics or social environments where your behavior gets indirectly evaluated by others. This is where social circle game is kind of cool, right? Because if you're getting along with everybody and everyone's laughing at your jokes, that signals status. It's like, man, everyone likes this guy. I should like him too. Women are easily hacked that way. Social proof is this thing I talk about quite a bit in the book, right? Going out, being social, getting used to talking to strangers everywhere you go, okay? Getting engaged in a variety of social circles, being a regular at your go-to place so that you get to know the staff there. All that kind of stuff builds your attractiveness, right? If you get to a place where you're hosting your own events and let's say you join multiple social circles, and then you host your own events and you invite people from your different social circles to go to your event, that's automatic status right there. You're the host. You're the head honcho now. That's an immediate status hack, okay? It establishes pre-approval and comfort for women as you're already vouched for by others, okay? Do you see how this works and how you might want to incorporate this into your game plan? And then a big thing that I talk about is be attractive, don't be unattractive. It's a very common red pill maxim, right? Be attractive, don't be unattractive. I kicked a hornet's nest of incels on Monday on X. They're still mad. They're still commenting on this stuff, right? And one of the things I asked one of the guys was, well, have you tried being more attractive? And that pissed them off even more. They're like, what a dumb question. And right? Like, but people just don't get it. They don't get it. They think being attractive is all about your looks. It's not. That's only part of the equation. Be attractive is your looks, how you dress, right? How you're grooming. Do you shower, bro? A lot of these incels probably aren't even showering, they're fat, overweight, they've got a neck beard, and they don't shower and they stink, right? They have no social skills. They can work on all that kind of stuff and improve their situation. Instead, they'd rather bitch online. So be attractive is your look, right? How you carry your appearance, your grooming, the clothes you wear, all that kind of stuff. Don't be unattractive is your demeanor, your attitude, how you carry yourself. Are you online looking for pity from people because women won't you? That's unattractive behavior, right? That's one of the things I'm trying to drill home with these guys, in those groups. And make no mistake, like I know a vast majority of those guys aren't going to do all to change their situation, okay? But every once in a while, when I kick an incel's hornet's nest or a MGTOW's hornet's nest, I shake a couple of guys loose that shouldn't be there, right? There's always a couple of guys that have gravitated towards that because we have a negativity bias. It's really easier to commiserate and complain about your situation than it is to do something about it. It almost feels better to just do that, right? Every once in a while, I'll go in there and I'll kick a hornet's nest and I'll wake someone up. Even if it's like, 1,000 of those guys, stinging me with their stupid incel, stingers. I'll get a one guy who goes, man, maybe he's got a point. Maybe I'll tune into his podcast. Maybe I'll give him a chance, right? And they'll tune into a podcast and they'll go, holy shit, I never realized this, right? And that's what makes this all worthwhile. Guys, everything I just shared just scratches the surface though, okay? The real transformation, that's inside the book. Forget that, all right? Remember, it's going to be available in all formats: paper, paperback, hardcover, Kindle, and the audio version. They all should drop this Friday. There's a huge sale going on right now on Audible, and they were originally going to postpone my new book so that it would come out after the sale. And I was like, no, just drop it. So if you guys get it when it comes out on Friday, the sale should still be going on. You can get it for less. If you guys have an Audible subscription, just get it as a part of your subscription, okay? But that all should come out this Friday. The workbook is already out. I have an accompanying workbook that you just do on a daily basis. It's got daily prompts and weekly challenges to help snap you out of this, help you forget that for good, and how to help you move on with your life and get better with women and do it better in the next relationship. Do a search for Paul Bauer on Amazon. You'll find all my stuff. You can actually go to books.comeonmanpod.com and find all this stuff too. You can find the Kindle edition and pre-order it there as well. This isn't just about fixing you though, okay? It's about showing you how to build a system that makes dating and relationships effortless. And what we just covered will open the doors, but if you want to walk through them and take back control, grab the book, do the workbook. And if you want some one-on-one help with any of this stuff, then definitely book a call with me by going to call.fixdeadbedrooms.com. All right. We got a whole lot of comments here. We got one super chat. Hold on. We've got, brother Kamal from the Wolfpack, 5.99 euros. It looks like. Please stop giving us so much value in Wolfpack. I'm tired of winning. It's a real problem. It's a real problem in there. We're just winning all the time. But since you sent that winning super chat and you are a Wolfpack brother, I'm going to give you the bouncing titties today.
Thank you for the super chats. Movies bouncing, can't stop that. East to the west, viewers, you are the best. Keep those chats coming in, let's do it all again.
Miles says, sounds like AI music. I think you're talking about the Wolfpack's song. Yeah, do you think I can play that music? Out of here. Of course not. Yes, Erkin, you're right. Diversify your portfolio. That's right. What about being very brief and I mean, so I recommend like maybe 2 small paragraphs at best. That's about it. But any less than that, like if you just have like a 1 sentence thing, I don't think that's enough. But yeah, man, what's he say? LOL. Corey's advice is good, but technology isn't his strength. He still uses email to communicate. Yeah. Run clubs. Well, you know what? I was in a run club and it was all old people. Like I said, I live out in like retirement community. So like all the women in run club were all in their like 50s and 60s and shit. It wasn't a good place to meet chicks. Although I'll take that back. I did meet my runner friend Tyrene there. Tyrene's pretty attractive, but I would never date her though. She's a little crazy. She's a little crazy, but she's a good people. And I think I met her at Run Club. I think I met her at Run Club. She was probably the most like eligible. Actually, she was married when she first joined Run Club, so she wasn't even eligible then, right? So otherwise, all the other chicks there were all in their 50s and stuff. Run club wasn't good, but yeah, I went to that softball game one time and it was like all hot chicks. I was like, oh, I'm in the wrong thing. And then I met another chick maybe a year later. I met another chick down in Montrose who I met her on Tinder, and somehow like we started chatting and she talked about how she's into softball and she's on a softball team in Montrose. And I'm like, oh, do you know my friend Allie? And my friend Allie, I went to high school with, and I knew she was playing softball down in Montrose. And she goes, oh, we're best friends. What are you talking about? And that was cool. That gave me automatic social proof. She went and talked to her friend Allie, and her friend Allie vouched for me. And so we ended up hooking up. So anyway, social circle. It works, man.
New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe now.